On Joburg Today, we are joined by creative parenting expert Nikki Bush. Welcome to Joburg Today.
Thanks, Zizi.
Everybody's preparing to go back to school, but for children that are just entering preschool and grade 1, it's an exciting but it's also a challenging time. Why is that?
Every first day of school every year is stressful, even for the most confident of children. But I actually think we as parents fall into a huge trap because we are generally more anxious than our children are about the first day of school. And that tends to overflow into our children and make them more anxious than they necessarily need to be.
How can parents then deal with that anxiety so that it doesn't, transmit to the child and affect their learning experience?
Firstly, we need to help our children feel secure. So firstly, be calm yourself. Even if you are feeling all upside down inside, you need to seem to be calm. Find your child a friend. So if there is a child who's going to be in the same class or the same school, make sure that you have a play date with that child before school starts, so that your child knows that there is somebody that they know when they go to school.
The child has been at home for a long period of time, and now they need to get used to this new environment with different people and teachers. What are some of the ways that the child can become familiar and comfortable with the school setting?
Well, firstly, schools run on a routine. So certain things happen at exactly the same time every single day. Whether it's when the bell goes for the beginning of the day, when break time is, when certain activity rings are in preschool or subject classes change. And with routine at school, it's really good for children to have a basic routine at home because then they feel more comfortable with the routine at school. So especially after these long December holidays, when children's routines have generally gone out of the window, they've been able to stay up later than normal, watch more TV than normal, get up later in the morning, we need to bring our children back to reality, which is that we wake up at a certain time and we go to bed at a very specific time at night. We have our bath at the same time, we eat dinner at the same time. So in the days leading up to going back to school, and of course during term time, stick to a good daily routine because it keeps the sanity for everybody. And when things are predictable, children are less anxious because they know what's going to happen next. There are rituals that every teacher has, and they all have different rituals too, which makes them individual. But children love teachers' rituals. And so it's important that teachers and parents are more playful because play is the language of childhood. It also de-stresses children, takes away the anxiety. And when a teacher has to learn 30 new names at the beginning of a term, that's quite a big ask. I should think the teacher's quite anxious too.
Yeah.
Now, what teachers do very cleverly to reduce their own anxiety as well as to reduce the anxiety of the children is they play games in the class. And so children have fun and they enjoy themselves. Now, parents should take a leaf out of a teacher's book there and be more playful at home, especially during this transitional time. So instead of harping on how was your day? How did you feel?
Yeah.
Do you like your teacher? Did you make a friend? Rather, go home, don't ask all those questions, play a game and see if this information comes out a little more spontaneously rather than grilling and interrogating your children, which really can make them very anxious.
Fantastic.
And I think that's the other thing. Be on time, especially in that first week of school. Be on time when you drop your children off. Be on time when you collect your children. There's nothing worse for a child, especially in a new year or a new environment, a new school, when mum or dad is late.
Sure.
So that's a really good one to leave parents with.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for joining us and for all the valuable information.
Thanks, Zizi.